All right, what's going on, guys? So welcome to 2026, man. First off, man, we got somebody right here at the beginning. All right, so GG's to him. How to be a tryhard in GTA Online 2026, man. Here we go. So we got Cello G509. They just pulled over here, man. He was the first person we got to take out, man, as the example for the video. So, man, we got quite a few examples here, man. Feel free to... Oh, shit. Damn. Okay. Hold on. Time out. First off, this guy right here, is he running away? No, don't run away, man. Come here. I do have low stats on this account, actually, so it may not be the best to do it on, but... Fuck is he? Come here, man. You want to act up and shit? We have like 7 different examples I'm going to give here in a second after we take this fucking goofy out once again. Come here, man. He's running around the fucking corner. Come here. Oh, shit. Yeah, lay down, son. The fuck? Come on, man. You saw that? He was trying to go around the fucking corner around the sign and shit. First off, man, I want to say that, you know, if you don't have full stats on an account, you are going to get dropped pretty fast like I did right there. Now, you probably did hit some headshots. I do have low stats on this account, so that's why I got dropped a little bit faster. I do need to bump that shit up. Aiming rockets, man, and EWOing, okay? So we could use this guy as an example. And I am going to drop on the... I probably don't need Bull Shark. Or maybe I do. Here's an example since he's right there. So we can use this as an example. Throw the sticky bombs and the EWO. It's probably one of the typical ways of being quote-unquote tryhard, shooting rockets and EWOing to get the kill. Now, I think he's around that corner right there. So we could shoot this rocket right here. We got the sticky bomb on the ground. Now, sometimes you do have to drop 2 of them. And we can shoot it right here just to show. See, that car's in the way. Shooting the rocket at the corner at wherever the player is and then EWOing to get the kill. Okay, now obviously we didn't hit that guy right there, but that's one prime example of starting to be a tryhard out here in 2020, or sorry, I almost said 2025, 2026, man. Being a tryhard out here, there's a lot of different ways. It can depend on your settings and shit like that. It can depend on, like I said, how you are wanting to move around and do PvP, or how you're used to doing PvP. Aiming rockets, EWOing, and I call it EWOing, which is easy way out. And you used to be able to do it with the interaction menu. Hold on, is this guy trying to... I think he's trying to aim at me with the fucking sniper. I can't see him. And I wish Rockstar would actually... Oh, shit. I wish Rockstar would actually bring EWO back, even though it's probably not going to happen, which sucks. But it was another good way to actually be a tryhard out here, man. Ooh, TXVOO. So like I said, that's one way you guys can start out doing it, man. A lot of people are going to say, well, ATA, wouldn't that make people think you suck? And it's like, that's not the point. The whole point is EWOing, shooting the rocket, getting the kill, making it easier for yourself to get the kill. Because do noobs do that 9 times out of 10? No, they do not. Hold on, man. So another one is, man, we could use the CEO ability, which is Bull Shark. Most of you guys may be familiar. You do have to actually be in a CEO, activate your CEO if you don't have one, and then activate your Bull Shark. Now, this will actually make your bullets do more damage. It does give your character a little bit more health and stuff like that. And also at the same time, if you don't have armor already in your interaction menu, go buy some. Super heavy armor. You can also drop this from the ability section right here also, just like with BST. So drop armor like that. Now we got this guy right here. Now my stats are a little bit low, so I really don't feel bad for using it in here, but that's not the point. In free mode, a lot of people fail to understand that free mode is toxic. Free mode is anything goes, everything goes. And that, it's sad to say, but God mode is there too, even though I'm not going to recommend using that, even though it's there. Okay. The CEO abilities with Bull Shark, with armor, shit like that. This guy's sniping at me. So we could also do it like this, where we're going side to side. You move like this, you shoot the rocket. He's actually... Bro, my health is dropping so fast. Yo, that looked like that fucking hit him too. Oh. Nah, that rocket look like it dead ass hit him, man. So, see, we go back here on this menu. Now, assuming you're fast with it. Monty Mott just got his ass. Okay, here's another one, man. Shoot the rocket. Shit, come on. All right, so we busted out his windows, man. We switched to the fucking marksman. He's driving off. Another thing, since that guy right there was in the Buffalo STX, you can shoot that damn thing with the RPG or spam rockets at it, bust the windows out, and use the marksman on them to take them out easy. I will say, as far as being a tryhard, man, using the marksman rifle to the best of the ability, using the marksman with the loadout right here, the heavy barrel, extended clip, grip, holographic sight, and the flashlight, man. I need to eat you right here. These fucking cops are out of control. These videos can't ever go smooth. One of the best things to do, man, for being a sweat eye here, man, using that fucking marksman rifle. Easy to take people off oppressors, easy to take people out of night sharks, any kind of moving vehicle, so on and so on. Okay, so here's another one, man, using a thermal helmet. Okay, so obviously we got to switch the fit right here. You don't have to make an exact fit. You can use something like this or just put on the helmet. You have to go to accessories, hit square on quad lens, and you have your thermal activated. Now thermal is very good because you can actually see through walls, shoot through walls, be up on rooftops, buildings, whatever, get shots through walls. Not every type of wall, but most walls. And you see the highlights or the body signatures of the player that you're trying to take out. Now, it's better for long distances. I don't really like it necessarily for like close-up use, but if somebody is going ghost, let's say they activate ghost on you, it is in here to activate. A lot of people will use it. It is there to use if you need to, like for people that are ghosts, for example. Or you could have somebody that is on top of a building, like say the top of the casino, and you're going to see those heat signatures from the player. They could be hiding on something. They could be far away even. I mean, you could literally be right where I'm standing and hit somebody this far away. All right, so I recommend using a thermal. I'm not a super big fan of the thermal, but I do use it from time to time. You can also use it in vehicles like the Oppressor Mark II. You can use it on the jets. I know a lot of people use it on jets. You can use it on a scramjet. You can use it on a Torador, or Torador, however you guys want to say that. I have constant cops right now. It's 'cause someone's got that stupid hostile takeover mission going on right when I'm trying to do my damn video too. Like, come on, man, get that bullshit out of here, man. Come on, bro. So you see we got the bull shark on right here now. Can I see this guy? Nah, he's down there in the drain. So, you know, we could also use the spam rocket ability or spam grenade ability, right? And if you guys don't know how to spam rockets, I do have the video on how to spam rockets. It's basically just going back and forth from your sticky bomb to your rocket and just going over and over and over and over from the grenade back to the sticky, back to the rocket, holding down R2, not letting it go, and basically skipping the animation of shooting rockets or grenades. So you see right there that we got his heat signature. So right there, he was a pretty easy kill. Now you also saw what I did right there with the rocket switch, right after this, shooting the sniper. So I shot the sniper and then I shot the rocket, which pretty much gives an exact point to where the player is at. So it takes a little bit of practice sometimes, but whether you're using thermal or you're not using thermal, shooting the sniper, we can turn this off. Accessories, turn that off there. We can shoot the sniper right here, for example, right? And then shoot the rocket right after. That's going to give you an exact pinpoint of that player, right? So is it going to hit every single time? Probably not, but usually 9 times out of 10, it will, okay? One of the best tactics to use for being a tryhard, man, especially if you're going to get somebody that's super sweaty, somebody that, did he fucking, hold on. Thank God he left, Jesus. That stupid ass hostile takeover, one of the most annoying missions, I swear. Really just depends on who you're going against. If you're going against somebody that's more casual playing in GTA Online, it's not that big of a deal. But if you're going against somebody that's more sweaty, they may even try to do that move against you, okay? Also, another thing is, man, as far as being a tryhard or a sweat, is if you get hit, right? Let's say you get hit with your bull shark and your armor on. EWO after you get hit, okay? If you don't have snacks, man, you can hit L1 and up on the D-pad to snack up immediately. Or you can hit L1 and R3 and put armor on with it also. I recommend keeping armor and snacks all the way up, man. Just so, because you never know what kind of PvP situation you'll get in. Now, if you're on a low tiered account like mine right here, man, having bull shark is definitely the best thing if somebody's going after you with it, or if they know how to do PvP, because they're going to be able to get easy and fast kills on you if you do not have it. The max stats, full strength, you know, stamina doesn't really matter, but the full strength with the 120 level and full strength stat, because if you don't, you're going to be at a high disadvantage because of how they may know how to do PvP or so on and so on. They may know how to spam rockets and do everything that I'm telling you how to do in this video. They may be spamming bull shark, spamming armor. Like, sometimes you just don't really know how it's going to go. Now, another good thing is, man, like, if you don't want to just shoot a single rocket, you can spam the rockets at the corner, right? So we can do the same thing we did a minute ago. Drop that sticky bomb, right? Spam the rockets, and then EWO. Which, obviously, I have bull shark on, so I'm going to be stronger, right? My character is going to take more damage. My character is going to take more heat in general, right? Oh, come on, man. That would have been a dirty hit. As you see right there, man, we just took his ass out with the railgun. You learn to be fast, man. You learn to look at your mini map more. You learn to move through your weapon wheel a little bit faster, so on, so on. And like I said, certain settings, man, which I'm actually playing on standard settings, one of the slower settings, right? You learn to be faster with that shit as time goes on. Now, assuming that you guys... What the fuck am I doing, bro? I can't hit this guy for shit. There we go. Assuming that you guys already know how to do PvP, you're going to be pretty quick with doing it. I never recommend trying to spam rockets in third person. You can do it, but you got to be faster with the interaction or with the weapon wheel when you're doing it, right? You can do it back to back if you rotate to bypass the animation, but always be in first person if you're trying to spam rockets. Never be in third. Same thing if you're trying to do like the up and atomizer, you know, or the stun gun, any of that, the taser. Any of that shit. So this guy's trying to snipe at me now. And if you guys do have specific questions here, we can use that tactic right here. Bam, you see that shit? Like aiming that rocket, dude, right at the point of their feet generally. Like right there after they're shooting. Gets them about every single time, man, after you shoot that rocket. Now, you may actually mess up and not be as fast as I did with that. You may be like this and then like that. You have to get to the point where you kind of like just flick it. Like you shoot and then you flick that over like that. So pulling up the weapon wheel, if you're not used to doing the weapon wheel like that, all you have to do is just select it. Grab L1, pull it over, select. Whichever one you're trying to do. You can take R3, the right analog stick, literally just flick it over to the right or the left, right? So I want to go from the rocket to the combat MG. Flick it from over here, straight up to the right corner. I want to go to the sniper, right down here, to the rocket, to the up and atomizer, to the sniper, to the shotgun. So I can literally go from using the up and atomizer back to the rocket in literally just a second, just by flicking it. One of the most OP type things you can do in fights, especially if the other player doesn't actually know how to do that shit, you're going to be at a full advantage over them, man. Now, you got to keep in mind that you're not always going to know exactly what kind of player you're going to go against and how they're going to play. So keep that in mind. The way I always see it, man, is if your name's on that lobby list popping up, of you taking out other players, you're ahead of the game. Okay, whether you're using a thermal helmet, whether you're not using a thermal helmet, whether you're spamming rockets, whether you're not, like I said, you guys can copy this loadout. Doesn't matter to me, man. Feel free. If you don't have your bunker research completed in the bunker, get that completed. You can get your E rounds and stuff through that, your special rounds like full metal jacket rounds, all that stuff, and you know, armor piercing rounds, different things that can actually help you a little bit too. That do more damage to be more toxic. And I guess, oh, I didn't mention about strafing. So obviously we are in a pub session, so we are taking out a few players here and there. When you're strafing, man, don't leave your character like this, okay? Duck your head. So you press in L3 to duck your head. Duck your head and strafe side to side. Now you guys can use X to actually hold down to strafe side to side. You can also sidestep, or you can even glitch roll. If you guys know how to glitch roll, which is basically just pulling back and then rotating your analog stick and then swiping over. Okay, so that's another very good thing in PvP, especially if you're doing like, you know, RNGs face to face. But free mode, I mean, also, I mean, because you're ducking your head. Sometimes somebody's shot's not going to hit as direct with a headshot because your head's ducked. Okay, you have the helmet on. You're ducking your head. You're moving quick, right? Especially if you got faster on your account, so on, so on. So the ARs, man, like I said, I love using ARs in free mode. A lot of people don't do that. But you could even do it with the combat MG. Just, it's better to not stand still and not and be moving your head whenever you're strafing and fighting somebody in a PvP aspect. So that's that, man. And like I said, if you guys have a specific question on what you're trying to do, feel free to ask it, man. Like I said, I did mention about getting tagged after EWOing, man. Like I said, we throw a couple sticky bombs down. I prefer the old EWO method, but it's not around anymore. This guy's got a fucking oppressor. Hold on a second. So for example, we could even evo after we just kill him, right? You don't have to, but let's say that he had hit us, right, and we fell off the fucking ground or some shit. Always evo. Don't let the cops, you know, if the cops are on you, whatever, you get tagged, drop a sticky bomb and evo, or just shoot a rocket at the ground. If you don't got bull shark on, just shoot a fucking rocket at the ground. Okay, if you have bull shark on, you're probably gonna start flying into the air and shit. Not the best thing to do, not gonna lie. Do not do that. I think the last thing I would have to say, man, because we mentioned spamming rockets, we mentioned using the thermal helmets. Really, there's just a lot of different dirty things, and this doesn't have anything to do with using vehicles. We could go on for 30 minutes about using vehicles like the Tryhard or the scramjet, using orbital cannons, all that type of shit. This is more of a direct PvP based video and using things against people that are actually out in the map in, I don't know if you want to call it a legit way, but using it in a better form of like just being on the ground and taking out players on the ground, right? Doing it in a vehicle aspect or in the air, something like that, is a whole nother type of video. So going through the interaction menu, man, it's probably my last one. Very useful for PvP, man. Very good for tryhard fights, stuff like that. Going through the interaction menu fast as shit. I actually mentioned this in one of my videos last year about going through there super fast. A lot of people will go through here like this. All you have to do is put muscle memory with it, right? Realize where the health and ammo section is, right? You hit the interaction menu on the touchpad in the middle, okay? You go down 4 times from this point, okay? You click X, you hit X on that. All you got to do is go over once, click X, and you're done. So let's spend some of this ammo right here real quick, okay? We'll spend some on the RPG or the homing launcher, and then we're gonna go through there and we're gonna reload that shit fast as fuck, okay? So here, we'll spend a little bit more. Spend some more in there, spam the rockets. Spam some RPGs, whatever, right? You can be throwing grenades, it doesn't matter. Whatever you have in your inventory, which I also recommend if you guys don't have a custom loadout, to make a custom loadout, and you can't do that in the MOC trailer. Make you a custom loadout and enable that shit. Don't have every single weapon in here because it's going to fumble you up. But like I said, man, going through here, click X, you hit X on that, go over once, all ammo right there, bam, you're done. I know a lot of people will go through here and do each one. Rockstar added this ability a long time ago to where you could actually do it and fill up everything at once, and it's perfect, man. So in a fight, man, you got somebody shooting at your back or whatever, maybe you're even doing airport or beach or whatever the fuck, base. You're like, oh shit, I need to reload my shit, man. Fast, right? Just go through here, bam, you're done. Everything's reloaded in an instant. Now going through there, doing it like that, you can watch the other video on how I do that. It does take a little bit of practice, and being in a PvP situation, you don't really know what is going to happen with players, right? Now we could mention also about the Oppressor Mark II. A lot of people would assume that that's not using that or being a tryhard with it. I wouldn't say that that's necessarily being a tryhard. It's just being more toxic, I guess, using the Oppressor. Sometimes you do have to actually find people to take out versus having people come after you, right? And that's unfortunate, but that's what I do in lobbies, right? And it is toxic, but that's just the way of free mode out here, man. So if you guys want to have a question about something, man, if you have another way you don't like any of these things I just showed you about how to play, man, feel free to ask them, man. I will be glad to answer it. Like I said, that's another thing you could do right there at the end of this, running into somebody with the Oppressor, knocking them down, getting off the bike, and then shooting them. You don't even have to have bull shark for that because they're already going to be distracted and on the ground at that point. Y'all want to take out somebody in the damn clothing store since somebody's right over here, man, we can take them out. There's literally so many different things. I kind of showed you guys a handful of things of what I usually do. So like I said, man, this motherfucker, like I said, man, if you guys have questions, drop them in the comments, man. Hopefully you guys are having a happy new year. Like I said, 2026 starting out, man. Hit that like button, man. If you are new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, turn on those post notifications, man. We'll leave it at that, and you guys have a good one. Peace.